Connor's waiting for Ryan Hunter-Ray and obviously sarcastically saying, thanks very much, mate. But there was no contact in that particular incident that we saw.
Well, I knew he was really close, so, you know, I know Ryan wouldn't do something like that, so I apologize to him because it looked like something broke. I didn't actually, yeah, that's weird. It just literally snapped, like I got hit in the left rear, so that's why I thought initially, so sorry, Ryan. But yeah, really weird. I mean, I've never felt anything like that in one of these cars. You know, the race is going fairly well, obviously. And, you know, again, we were sort of fighting up at the front, which is what we want to do. So, you know, credit to the team. But, yeah, sad when something breaks like that.
Oriol Servia is, in fact, moving in the cockpit.
Coming down into the second corner, you can see Oriol get up and over the back of Mauricio Gugelmin's car. Watch it again. Fortunately, he landed right side up. As you said, Paul, the great danger of open-wheel racing is wheel-to-wheel contact. Car digs in.
One of the pieces that you see bouncing is actually the brace, the horseshoe that fits around the driver's helmet to help keep the head of the driver steady and in place. You'll see it here flip out to the left.
You know, we passed two Penske's right in the beginning, passed them right back, so we had a great car. It's just sometimes you show up with a great car and you don't have a good day, and unfortunately in the pits again, I mean, if we could put together the amount of problems we've had this year in the pits, and that one wasn't our fault, you know, I got cleared out. They said, clear, clear, clear. I go to the high line and boom, it's a big contact. And he just shouldn't have put his nose there.
What did you say Elliot did?
Said there was no room for a car. He just kept his mouth shut and said, I'm on probation, I'll talk to you when I'm done.
Feet slammed in the pedals and lost it. Aloshin lost it and took Sato with him. Just pushed Sato head on right into the Sato just took the pistol up.
Charlie Kimball's view. Watch for Aloshin to go down way low and lose it.
Yeah, he just got below the yellow line.
Go low.
Went below the yellow line on the apron with cold tires, and then the rear stepped out and came up the track and took Sato with him. So definitely a mistake. That's the first mistake that we've seen Aloshin make this year on ovals. He's been fantastic, but that was just a classic rookie mistake.
And let's see, so she goes to the inside of Sato. That is turn 1, and the incident, of course, was in turn 3. So it looks like Sato may try to get that position back. Oh, no, he just gets into the back of her.
Well, it almost looked like he was going to go to her left, and she was kind of going to the left. It looked like they were kind of aiming for the same spot of the track. I think it took him off guard.
Looking over the Patrick
to lap 13 of the Honda Indy Toronto, and just a few laps ago when Danica Patrick came into the pits and went to Exeter pits, she gave the old thumbs up, good try to Takuma Sato, who she got in a fracas with just a moment ago. So no, it wasn't the #1 finger, but it wasn't a good job either, Bob.
In the silver, and we've got a yellow in the back in turn number 2, and that's Tony Kanaan, who's not only gone around, he's got damage on the parade lap.
I think he collected Marco Andretti, perhaps. I thought I saw another blue and yellow car. Maybe it's just Kanaan.
See, they're coming around real quick because the pace lap was quick, and he lost it on cold tires.
That's Max Chilton coming by, Charlie Kimball. Oh, there's Marco Andretti. So he just got by all right, and that is a disaster, not only for Kanaan, but for Scott Dixon, because he needs Tony Kanaan to mix it up with the field as we ride on board. That's a big hit. That's a game ender.
So, well, I don't know if it's a game ender, if it's just the back wing, but
now keep an eye way in the back of the field. Everybody's trying to get close to each other, getting ready for the restart. And as you can see, it looked like Milko got to being accelerating. She was going to hit the car in front, so she locked up her brakes, tried to avoid the car in front, maneuvered to the right, and at the same time, looked like she took out A.J. Foyt the fourth.
So, race control, and it's not good if you're a Pato O'Ward fan of Arrow McLaren. He has to perform a drive-through penalty, avoidable contact on breaking the golden rule on your teammate.
Well,
hitting your teammate, but it wasn't, he said, it wasn't his fault.
If Tom Blomqvist got into the back of Pato O'Ward, and that's what shoved him forward into the back of Rossi. Let's watch this again, see if we can hear it. I think so, because he was steering and getting shoved into Rossi. So if I'm Pato O'Ward and Arrow McLaren, look at this shot. Top of your screen. Does Pato get hit? No, not even close. Race control, good job.
So that was just Pato locking up and trying to get out of it. If anything, if you...
Oh, boy. There's been an accident of a different kind.
Okay, so that bridge there.
Not a real person, we should point out right away. This is part of the eccentric art that populates Barber Motorsports Park. The question is that enough to warrant a yellow?
Yeah, I think
I would hope
Is it
so.
inflatable?
No, I think it's a full mannequin. Normally, she's tied up here, hanging down. It's, a little bit of tongue-in-cheek humor.
Oh! Took out a wrist. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, my goodness.
Who was that was just driving by as it happened? That must have been quite a shock.
Imagine if she stuck the landing.
Put this into the list of things you don't see at a racetrack. By the way, her name is Georgina. And this racetrack is full of lots of interesting characters and statues. And
Santos, slow in front there. Outside. By one behind. Half inside. In the dirt. Inside. Inside. Still there. Still there. Two in line inside. Kirkwood coming. You're clear. You're clear.
Each other in practice on Friday, and Ward goes to the front.
Award on the inside of the Marcus Ericsson and spins. Pato Award has crashed out of the Indianapolis 500.
That was a wild ride for Pato Award. Thought about going to the inside, came up, went back down for a late move. Other cars involved. Augustine Canapino moving slowly, and it looks like one of the Meyer Shankage. Oh! No control, obviously, for Canapino. Hits the stopped car. Pato Award. Carnage in 3.
Simon Pagano is the pink and white Meyer Shank car. Canapino comes to a rest.
Here's what happened. Dennis Vitolo's car had stopped. They were going to pick it up with a safety car. And Mario Andretti socks into the back of it. And then shortly thereafter, as they came out to administer to Mario Andretti,
Michael probably saw his dad had completely blocked the road. Just at the last minute, he'd be coming up the hill from 3 to turn 4 here. Was going to swing wide right. Suddenly saw the road blocked. Although that car there seemed to have got away with it okay. And the next thing is
that Michael runs out of room, and he's collected in this incident, like father, like son. So the entire race has been, there's Michael's car coming into it, and the track is entirely blocked in the situation.
Exit the carousel, here's the king.
Oh, it's an entry.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. And guys, you can see there's safer barrier right there because of this kind of accident. Had that just been straight concrete, it would have been even harder. Let's ride on board. Watch the left side tires.
And that is almost certainly a chassis completely destroyed. Massive impact.
We're just about to get it. We're going green right this minute. Green flag as we begin 83 laps of this 2.25-mile racetrack. And already Dario Franchitti is under attack by Brian Herta, and they touch. Brian Herta, Dario Franchitti, and it looks like Jimmy Vasser back to the top 3. Look at that. The guys that look dominant in this race have already gone out. Vasser in the red car to the upper left. Michel Jourdain Jr. in the green and white car. And Brian Herta backs off the wall, up against which is our pole sitter, Dario Franchitti.
This is what happened. This is our first look at it. Wow.
Did Rossi run out of gas?
Oh, that is
my gosh.
Air time.
Wow.
For Stingray Rob. Something clearly wrong with the 7 of Alex Rossi. Slow off the 2.
Then these are just cars that were reacting because Rossi would have been spinning across the track. And I'm sure Kyle Kirkwood and Ed Carpenter. Here's another angle.
I mean, Edge is losing it on his own. Same with Kyle Kirkwood, just getting on the brakes. When you see an IndyCar in the air upright like that, you tend to react in ways that might not be.
Oh, car on the tires.
And Juan Pablo Montoya is in the tire roll.
And it's wet down.
Oh!
It is wet.
Michaela Lotion gets in heavy into the back of Montoya.
Yep, the track is wet.
So here's Montoya asking to be refired. He's got his hands in the air. He gets clipped by Hinchcliffe, who loses it. Bourdais goes off. And then shortly thereafter, here's a lotion, comes in hard, and just augers underneath.
It looked like he took a frontal impact with the helmet, like maybe the tire landed on top of his head, but it looked like his helmet was to the side of it.
Total speculation, but just reading the body language of the safety workers, it seemed like there was a conversation perhaps there, but I'm just speculating.